Greetings, beautiful souls. Welcome to the Divine Frequency Podcast. I'm your host, Amira Alameen, and I have a new setup today, so just getting everything situated. Today is, first of all, I pray that everyone is well today and having a blessed day. And if you're tuning into this podcast on the live, bless your heart. You will be blessed today. And if you're watching it on the playback, still the same. Bless your heart. You will be blessed. We're going to have a lot of, I just feel it in my soul, like some things that we all can glean from our guest today, Clarence Womack. He goes by Mac. And this is a beautiful soul. This is a man who has a lot of life experiences, and he serves, like he's a coach, he's a personal trainer. Him and his wife, they do so much for the collective as far as like enlightening on how to do various things. So a true gift to humanity. So I would like to start off with, first of all, this is his book, The Positive Thinking Workbook, Your Formula for Success. I'll just have it right here. And with his okay, I do want to read from a portion of this and have him unpack a little bit about it. But that's towards the end of the conversation, excuse me. So I would like to start off with what I usually try to start with is the purpose for this podcast. This podcast is bigger than me, okay? This is something that God dropped into my spirit. One day, I'm doing something else. I think I was doing a resume or something, working on my resume, and it just came like, start a podcast and ask so-and-so to be your first guest, which was my daughter. So I really didn't think, it was just like, boom, go at that point. I asked her, she said yes, obviously. No, she did say yes, Mom, I will be your first guest. So it was off and running from there. So what I would like to read is, what is the Divine Frequency Podcast? It is a safe space and it's a sacred space. Google defines a sacred space as a place set apart and treated with reverence, often because it's believed to be holy or connected to a higher power. It can be a physical location like a church or temple, or a more abstract space, such as a state of mind or a moment in time. Essentially, it's a place where one feels a sense of connection, okay? Are you listening to this? To something greater than themselves, whether that's a deity, a community, or a profound personal experience. My vision for the Divine Frequency Podcast is to help raise the conscious awareness of the collective in the areas of recognizing I am that I am, or what I like to call I amness, right? Self-love, self-care, healing, yoga, meditation, fasting, detoxes, cleanses, breath work, sound healing. We're talking about food consumption, our natural innate gifts, talents, and abilities, our purpose, our call, our life's work. We're going to talk about superpowers, because I believe that gratitude is a superpower, because it has the power to transform your circumstances. And I learned that from my own life. Like, it worked like magic. As soon as I stopped complaining in a situation and gave gratitude, changed my attitude, God moved in that situation within it was like a matter of a couple hours. It went from wacky to everything was just being on point, right? So we're going to talk about our bodies as a temple. Our bodies are a temple, guys, okay? And that's something I like to make clear. So we're required. It's a requirement that we treat ourselves in such a way, right? Affirmations. We're going to talk about affirmations, positive thinking, overcoming obstacles, creativity, etc., right? Welcome to the Divine Frequency Podcast. Those are some of the topics we're going to be covering during each episode. We're not going to talk about all of that stuff at once. that's just the energy that's associated with this podcast. And before I bring our guest on, I would also like to read from this book. Remember, I read from it before. I Am That I Am. Poems and Affirmations and Thoughts of Reflection by Key Digne, right? So, if I am neither here nor there, I am now. I am that I am. I no longer waste my time and energy thinking about the past or the future. In every now moment, I have the power to start over. Today is my first step towards a new way of thinking and speaking. Woo, you heard that? Today is Today is a new day. Today is my first steps towards a new way of thinking and speaking. I set healthy boundaries from a balanced state of equanimity. I am a gift to the future because here in my awakened state, I set my intention to transmute anything from negative to positive. We have that power as divinity to transmute anything from negative to positive. I'm not just on here talking, guys. That's not why I'm here. I'm here to help us to realize who we really are. I am that I am. Okay? So she goes on to say, I set my intention to transmute anything from negative to positive. And since I have the power to change anything from negative to positive, oh Lord, I'm making it rain. The present becomes a gift to the future. Did you just hear that? It starts here. How fitting. You know, I like to read a little excerpt from here when I can. Is this introduction to the person who gave birth to this book, this workbook right here. So, with that being said, please get in a comfortable place. Listen, don't be fooled from small, like this, it might be small beginnings, but baby, listen, this right here is some important, pertinent information that we are going to need in our lives today. So let me go ahead and get him in. Let me see. All right, guys, he's coming in. The setup is different for everyone, I noticed, so some people have to send a request or something. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to see what's going on with this. It says adding. Clarence Womack is watching. Uh-oh. No answer from the live video, guys. Try it again, Clarence. Thanks for being patient with me, you guys. It's all new here, but we're just be patient. Keep a positive attitude. We got it. It's every now moment I have the power to start over. Okay. Leah, thanks for joining today.
Hey, hey.
Blessings, King. Welcome.
What's happening?
Oh, I'm just grateful everything worked out.
It's all good. It's all good. I mean, like you said, you just starting, so it's ain't no production. We here. We human, so it's all good.
Yeah. First of all, I'd like to thank you for sharing your time with us today. I really appreciate you. I know you're a busy man, and it was just a blessing that you even said that you would come on the podcast. I really appreciate your energy. I appreciate you, your soul, Clarence, and I just want to say thank you.
Come on, you know you like my people, man. Your mom, I love your mom, so we people, we good.
Blessings to my mom. So, I also would like to start off by saying thank you for your service. You are a Army veteran,
Yes.
and we all appreciate the work that you've done for our country. And I just want to say thank you on behalf of all of us. So that
Right.
is there.
Right.
So what I would like to start off with, Clarence, is, or I'll call you Mac. Is that okay?
Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right, Mac. Tell us about where you grew up and where you come from, a little bit about your background. You know, you don't have to give me like your whole life, story from the past, but just give
Right.
us let us, get to know you a little more in that regard. Where did you grow up? How did you grow up? Your background and stuff.
All right. Well, I grew up in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Um, Small, well, in between like a place, East Pittsburgh, where I was born, East Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and then I moved to Braddock, Pennsylvania. So we moved all around the eastern part of Pittsburgh. Um, Rough neighborhood, of course. Friends in and out of jail, friends passing away. Inner city type of stuff. And I just knew that I had to get out of there. So. Or be just like everybody else, fall into the trap because you do come a part of your environment. So I knew I had to leave. So I went in the army at right after high school.
Oh, wow.
Right after high school, I graduated in May. I was gone by February of next year.
Wow.
Yeah, I think about four of my friends, like about five of us left. They had to change our environment.
Was that the pivot in your life early on that where a shift was made within you? Because I know you had to learn a lot going into the Army. Would you say the Army helped you become a man? Did it give you those things that you would think a man should probably learn? How to be disciplined, responsible, stick with stuff when you want to give up? What all did you learn going into the Army that early in life?
Well, before I went in the army, I knew I was a little like different. I needed to be I needed to leave. Like I didn't want to. I mean, we was aggressive where we come from, so I knew I was going to either be in jail or dead.
Wow.
And I didn't want to do either one. So
Right.
I didn't even think about dying in the military, because we could have did that too. Because when I went in, we was going to Desert Storm.
Oh.
So I went in 1990. By 91, we was in war. So I didn't even think about that part. I just wanted to get away from, everything that I like. I watch all, people I know die. A lot of hustling and everything. So I just know I needed to leave. So when I got in the military, it changed me a little bit. I mean, I still had what I had in me, but I definitely got some discipline in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's who I am now. Like I'm very disciplined. I'm still dress right, dress left, right, left. You know what I mean? I'm still the same way. I drive my wife crazy with that. You know what I mean?
Wait a minute. Break down dress right, dress. What is that? And what does it mean?
Dress right, dress in the military. We had it's called a gig line. If your buttons are straight down, it's straight down with your zipper. That's dress right, dress. Your buckle on your belt is in line. So that's dress right, dress. All my hangers still face the same way. my socks is rolled up. I mean, I'm still the same guy I was when I was in the military. So that was something they taught me a lot about discipline.
Wow.
Yeah, I loved it.
So the military taught you a lot about discipline.
Yeah.
So you get in the military, you come out the military. How was discipline a key for you, your next ventures outside of the, I know it's showing up in all areas of your life up to now. Like, what was the next thing that you undertook when you came out of the military?
So when I got out the military, I was trying to go in the NFL. So I tried out to put some pro football teams, and when so the military was disciplined. I got out the military because I tried out for some NFL teams. I thought I was going to make it, but when I didn't make it, I instantly failed.
Okay.
So all my discipline went out the window. I got out 1997. I was homeless in 1997. Me, I couldn't find a good job getting out the military. Um, they was like trying to pay you like I was trying to get. I mean, they were trying to pay me a little bit of money, so I wasn't trying to just work anywhere.
Right.
So the summer of '97, when I got out, I was homeless. I went back down to Fort Knox where I was stationed, my last duty station. I knew some buddies, so I was staying with them. I had all my clothes in the car. I mean, my discipline went straight out the window. I end up getting in some trouble down there. I mean, being honest, I end up getting in some trouble down there, and I came back home and went back to Pittsburgh and got myself back in the saddle. I started getting disciplined again. I ended up getting a part-time job at the post office.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got a job at U.S. Steel, which I worked at U.S. Steel for 12 years after that.
Wow.
That's where my money came. I mean, a lot of money came from that. I ended up buying a UPS store, I ended up having a bunch of properties.
Oh, what?
Yeah, so it turned around from being homeless in 1997 to 1999, making $100,000 a year.
In a matter of 2 years.
It was a matter of probably 8 months, honestly.
Oh,
But
really?
yeah, but it was like we was getting it.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Tell me about that shift. Unpack that for me because something had to First of all, I don't believe that anything bad happens to me. And that's what I feel as though we all should take on that type of thought processes because throughout my life, I've noticed that the things that I thought were bad to me were like blessings in disguise. You know what I'm saying? I can never look back and say, I didn't learn anything from that. There's nothing for me to glean here, right? So from you being homeless and, what happened? Did you have a dream? Did you have a vision? Did somebody tell you something? Did you get an aha moment?
Well,
What happened?
I came home and ended up getting a divorce from my first wife.
Okay.
So what gave me the aha moment was my mother, who's right here with me. She passed away 2020.
Yeah.
But I had to move in with her after I got divorced from my first wife, right? So the aha moment was my mom was no joke. She raised 5 of us by herself. She said, and I'm gonna say this how she said it, nigga, you gonna get a job or you getting the hell out of here.
That was your aha moment.
Hey, that was it.
Right.
She did not have to tell me again to get up off my ass and get on my feet. She told me that one time, and that's where I really locked back in and went to the post office and started working temporary, and then got the job at the steel mill with the help of my friend Danny Dawkins. My buddy Danny Dawkins said, yo, they was hiring. at the steel mill, and he told me about it. I went there, applied, and got the job. So uh, that was big for me.
Wow.
That was big. So my mom locked me back in. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, I hear it still to this day. Like, yo, when I'm when I'm depressed and having anxiety, like, yo, she's like, yo, get your shit together, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, we ain't no suckers over here, man. Get your stuff together. This is how she used to talk to
So
us
mom
too.
gave you that tough love.
Oh yeah, mom, my brothers. I mean, just 4 boys and 1 girl in my family,
Okay.
and we got 4 stepbrothers, who grew up with us. So it was 8 boys and 1 girl, and it wasn't nothing soft.
Right.
Wasn't nothing soft about how we grew up. Wasn't nothing soft about how she talked to us, because I think she had to talk to us like that, being men, and she wasn't raising those soft boys. So we had to lock in, and everybody had to get what they had to get, do what they had to do. And
Wow.
from that moment on, I mean, from 1998 to when I met y'all, they're doing good. 2010,
Wow.
I got to meet my wife in 2002. I met her, and we was friends for a couple years, and kicking it, and then 2005 we got married. So that was an inspiring moment too, because she had her own money. She was doing good. She ain't need me for no money or nothing like that. So that was a big aha moment too. Like, yo, stay on your pip, stay on your deal. Make sure everybody around you, and my kids. I couldn't, I didn't leave Pittsburgh until they were older. That's when I moved to Cleveland. So I had to make sure my kids had, what we did. I know my mom was by herself raising 5 of us, so I don't even know how she did all that. You know what I'm saying? Me and my younger brother was in school, and my sister was going to college. So I don't know how my mom did all that by herself. My old,
Praise
my
to
two
God.
older brothers, my 2 older brothers was already on their own. They was doing their thing. But me, my sister's older than me, then my little brother, and my mom was, working like crazy to get us school clothes and all that. I don't know how she did it. Superwoman.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So I think about it a lot now, but when I was young, I was like, man, why can't I get the new stuff? Or why can't I get this? And why can't I get that? But now I understand. So when I got older, I mean, after I, got back to the steel mill, I was making sure my kids had, and I might have spoiled them a little bit too much, but they're good. They good. They good. Because I wanted to make sure they had.
Yeah,
You know?
that's
So
amazing. So let me get touch on what you spoke about, and just for the record, I met everyone from when I worked at the Department of Veteran Affairs on 105 in
in
Wade
Cleveland.
Park. I
Yep.
worked there. Him and my mom, they had like brother sister type of relationship. And obviously, my mom would introduce me to everybody at the hospital. As soon as I walked through the door, I thank my mom for that. I met some very beautiful souls. And the reason why Mac is on the podcast today is because God told me to ask him to come on. But Mac was passionate about what he does, the personal training and everything. He has some things going on we may touch on in the conversation. I keep wanting to say interview, but it's a conversation, right?
Right. Right.
So that's how I know him. I want to make that clear to people because I have people on and I don't always say how I know this person.
Right.
So you married, what year did you get married, you said?
2005.
2005. You and your wife, to me, are what some people may call, this is the energy you give to me, twins. I see you guys are like, it seemed like the perfect, y'all work together, you do your thing, and it seemed like you guys really just, I don't know, it's a beautiful chemistry you have from what I can see on your Instagram, your website. You guys work together, and I love that.
It's easy.
That's amazing. That's blessing. That's a
No,
blessing.
I'm being serious. It might not be easy for her because I'm crazy, but it's easy for me because
I
she's
believe you
cool.
about military. I believe you.
I'm being serious.
So I want to ask you something about marriage, Mac.
Okay.
What has marriage taught you being this far into it? What are some takeaways that you have? How has it? Because they say marriage isn't about the other person; it's really about you. Like as far as like like, oh, I want that person to change and they need to do this and tighten up and do this and that. But it seems like it usually goes back to you. What has marriage taught you throughout these years, if you agree with that statement or not? What has it taught you through the years?
Um, we've been married next month for 20 years. Next month, September 19th for 20. Um, I don't know. It's never been about me changing her or her changing
Mm-hmm.
because I met her and I fell in love with the person she is now. And she did the same with me. She accepted, all my faults. I accepted her faults or whatever. But it's easy with her though. Honestly, when I tell you it's easy, like we grew up completely different. So
Wow.
she grew up country, and they had 10 acres in Ohio. They were Oberlin, Ohio. Shout
Okay.
out to Oberlin.
Yeah.
Um, and I'm from the hood, completely different. But um, her family accepted me like they wouldn't lock their doors and all that. I've never seen nothing like that.
Wow.
I've never. I mean, I've never seen nothing like that. But like I said, they accepted me, and it was just easy for me to be around her. We finished each other's sentences. I've never met somebody we were so different growing up that we think so much alike.
Mm.
Like honestly, I've never met nobody like that. So
Amazing.
when I tell you um, what has it taught me, patience. That's what myself though.
Yeah.
Um, I'm a natural protector, so there's that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But patience for the most part, and I know that she got me. You know what I'm saying? So if there's like matter of fact, there was a time, 2010, when I moved up there to Cleveland and started working at the VA. We were struggling a little bit, and she was doing whatever she needed to do to make sure we stayed on afloat. Plus me working. That's when I started training people. So it was like, yo, we got to do something to get to this money. And here I am training people for free because this is what I've done since I got out the military. I've been lifting with people, showing people how to work out and this and that, but I've been doing it for free.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody told me, man, why don't you get paid to do that?
Right.
So uh, I just started training people because I cared about it anyway. I was doing it for free. Why not get paid for it, right?
Right.
So the marriage, I go back to saying we blend so easy. We go hard. Like when it's time to go hard, she know, and it's just whatever. Like we'll do whatever we need to do together to get to the bag.
Mm.
But what we found out is you can't get to the bag unless you help somebody. So you find the need that people need help. Being in Cleveland, being in the VA, I'll get to it like this. There were so many people who was unhealthy, who needed help. I would give them help for free to a point where they're like, man, let me pay you for this information. So when you find out, you find a need and then you solve that need.
It's like you literally touching on stuff that I was going to speak on. It's like you're already bringing it up. I just got out of a 5-day boot camp to train me to be a keynote speaker, right? And one of my classmates, she's actually watching. We became like, I learned it's for women. We were in a boot camp, keynote speaking. My messages around self love. and how it transformed my life. Literally, stop drinking, smoking, abusing my body. I had a total wake up call. Now God wants me to use that and go out and spread the word. Right?
That's what I'm talking about.
That's a service that I'm going to be embarking upon. But our teacher, Jess Esgram, she really spoke about um, what problem are you here to solve? Do you attack everything with that question? Because you have a lot. I mean, you guys, what are you have an RV? What is that? That's something you guys do where you're traveling the United States, or are you traveling the world?
We've been traveling in the United States for the last 6 years.
What,
So it's an RV. It's a mobile home.
right.
So we've been driving around the country for the last almost 6 years, just seeing the country, just seeing, whatever we can see, because coming from where we come from, you in Cleveland, me in Pittsburgh, same type of city, same type of stuff. We thought that was for everybody else. So once we got into it, we found out there's people who look like us that's been out there for 20 years. So we get to meet all these beautiful people in all these beautiful states, military, white, black, Asian, Puerto Rican, whatever. We meeting a ton of beautiful people out there. Everybody ain't the same, man. And most of the people who are out there traveling like we travel, because we are nomads, everybody out there traveling like we traveling, think a lot alike. They're trying to get away from, the hustle and bustle, the everyday city life, and everybody stressed out and all that. We was getting away from that, and we've been rolling for five and a half, almost 6 years now.
Wow. So going back to what I was trying to formulate my question to
But I'm
say.
sorry.
No, everything is perfect. So do you attack everything that you do? I was getting at the fact that you guys started RVing for yourselves.
Yep.
But now I see that you're helping people, you're serving once more. Is this something where you just sit back and say, how can I serve? Or are people coming to you asking you questions, so now you see an open door like, hey, we can capitalize on this? Or is it just mainly like, do you have that heart where you're just here to serve or give back? You've been called to be this light, this beacon of light for people, and you answered the call, and that's just what you do now. How does that go with what you guys endeavor on?
Good you say that, because we have been given information. So my wife got a blog on movewithmac.com. It's our blog that we've been sharing everywhere we've been going. And you can too. That's our message. Like, live life on your own terms.
Yes.
This is how we move. So you can do it if we can do it.
Yes.
So that's what we've been doing. We actually wrote a program, and it's on our website, that we do sell. But before we even did that, we've been giving information out for the past 5 years. We just got that thing started.
Wow.
We just did that last year.
Ooh.
We do travel the world though. We went to Aruba for a month.
Okay.
That's what we got married at in 2025.
Okay.
I mean 2005. That's what we got married at. So we went down there for a month, and we went to work. We came up with a book and everything.
Yeah.
We went down there just chilling on the beach. We was down there working. So we are coming up with ways that we can help other people get out the way and find out a way that, if just get out the rat race. You don't have to work for somebody else if you can find a way. These kids is out here making millions online.
Yeah.
So instead of paying $2,000-$3,000 for an apartment, you could buy an RV and pay $700 a month and travel the world and make all the money you can online. This is what we've been giving away. This is what we've been trying to teach. There's so many jobs online right now. People just, they're scared. And I get it because of insurance, health insurance, and things like that. But if you take care of yourself, if you do preventive maintenance, Of course, things are going to go wrong, but if you're making enough money online, you can go ahead and pay for your. And there's ways around getting health insurance. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's going to turn you away if you go to the emergency room. What you do is you go to the emergency room, get help, and pay for it later.
Might have to sit there for a minute.
Hey, whatever it takes.
Right. Let me look at some of these. We got a lot of interaction.
Yeah,
This
a
is
lot
our
of my
first interview where we have so much. I don't want to ignore. Let
no,
me
please. A
let me
lot of
go
my
to the
family's on
top.
there.
And every now moment, I have the power to start over. Leah quoting what I quoted from the book. Yes, I have the power to change anything negative to positive. Um, hey Juan, we're saying that's amazing that you're traveling the country. Leah says that about you. Tia Sanders, man, he's fine as wine.
That's my cousin. That's my cousin.
Oh, okay, Tia, because I'm like, should I say this?
You can say whatever you want. We
Lydia
good.
Womack, Woods, motivations,
That's my
what do you
sister.
give? Leah, live life on your own terms. Yes, thumbs up. Lydia, your sister, Tia Sanders, yes, my baby brother is. It's in the genes. Okay, so I just wanted to acknowledge those comments because that's what this podcast is about as well, like interaction with the people who are watching.
Right.
I love your guys' soul with serving.
Mm-hmm.
Serving to me is more about the monetary that can come behind it sometimes. You can charge to serve, or you can serve and accept donations or not receive anything.
Right.
What have living a life of service given you? What has that taught you about your humanity or your divinity? I think that's such a key thing because a lot of times we be so caught up in our world and what we got, what we ain't got, but I've noticed even when I step outside of myself during times where I may have needed money myself, and it's like God will test me like somebody is in more dire straits than me, and like, Amira, you can break them off a little something. So it's like, why is coming outside of ourselves and living a life of service so important for us? Can you elaborate on that? What do you get from that?
So I remember when I didn't have,
Mm-hmm.
right? I remember, like I said, we came from humble beginnings. So I've always gave, even when I really had no money, I gave people like $1 or two if I had it. The thing is you can always make money. So if somebody's down and out and you can help them, why wouldn't you help? That just don't make any sense to me. It don't cost me anything to give you information. It didn't cost me anything for me to come on this podcast and talk about what we're talking about.
Right.
It's just information. It ain't gonna cost you nothing to do that. So if you got and you can help, and it ain't always got to be about money. It's always it's like I said, it's motivation. I motivated a lot of people, especially in Cleveland. I motivated a lot of people, but I didn't even have the motivation myself. Yeah, I'm giving out information that I knew, but I didn't even have the motivation myself. So I'm helping somebody else feel better, and I'm not feeling better at that time. You know
But
what I'm
that
saying?
helps lift you up, right? About it.
Absolutely.
That's like the key. Something unorthodox, something hidden. If
It's,
you
it always
motivate
makes
when
me.
you
Go
down,
ahead.
it's
Go
gonna
ahead.
come back to you.
It always makes me feel good to help somebody else. I don't. I don't. I don't get nothing else out of that. Like it always makes me feel good to help somebody else. Always. And when I'm down and out and depressed or whatever, if I can help somebody, I'm definitely gonna feel better about myself. You know what I'm saying? I don't do it just to feel better about myself, or I don't do it just to get money either. If I can help somebody honestly, man, it's so easy to help people when and you can't help them if you don't know though. If you can't help them if you ain't been through it. So it's
Ooh.
yeah, you can't help them if you ain't been through it. How you gonna talk about something you don't know? A lot of people just be regurgitating things from that they heard from somebody else. But if you ain't been through it, you can't tell me nothing. How you gonna take money advice from somebody who broke? I'm just being honest.
They can tell you what not to do.
You can find that part out. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
mean, so it doesn't cost you anything to give information. If you have information that you can share with somebody who need it, why wouldn't you?
Mm.
That makes no sense to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So, and then it's just easy. It's easy to do. So, I think a lot of it, you know, comes from things that I've learned and been through over the years. So, it's just stuff that I've learned, and I'm on it. You know what I mean? I learned what means something to me. Things that's going to help me be a better person, right?
Yeah.
So I learn stuff, and then I see people going through the same thing or going through something similar, and I'd be like, "Hey, man, this is what you can do. It might sound hard, but this is what you can do." Like me being a disabled veteran, I've helped since I've been on the road traveling. In the RV life.
Hmm.
There's guys I met who's disabled veterans, but not getting what they're owed.
Yeah.
There's dudes that's not even going to the VA.
Ooh.
Yeah. So I'm like, yo, man, blah, blah, blah. Here's this, and this. Here, take these steps. And I've helped at least 10 people in the past 5 years get 100% compensation for their VA disabilities
Wow.
and not ask for a dime.
Do you think, I don't know, this question came up, so I'm gonna ask it. Do you think the government makes it challenging for veterans to receive the proper care? Because when I worked there were so many veterans who were just down and out, and they couldn't even get a job in the VA, and they were veterans. So I'm hearing you say what you're saying. Do you think they purposely make it challenging to give back to the veterans?
So I got out in 1998. I filed for disability probably, well, I didn't file for disability till 10 years later, like 2008, because I thought I was invincible.
Mm.
But all that pain that I endured in the military started catching up with me because I started getting older. Now I have arthritis. Now I got aches and pains, and I'm off a little bit with my, anxiety and depression, right? So I filed for it in 2009. They deny you instantly. So they do make it hard because they don't want you to keep on going. So most veterans who get denied like one or two times, they quit going for it. They quit filing.
9 or 10 times.
No, I said one or two times.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
Oh
Excuse
no.
me.
Yeah, one or two times.
One or two times.
Once they get denied, they'll stop filing. So now that's the government don't have to pay these veterans because
Mm.
so yeah, they make it hard.
They weed it out, like weed them out like that. Well, that's
Yeah,
why
just like
people
just
end
like Social
up.
Security. Just like Social Security. If you file for it and they deny you and then now you're 70 years old and now you don't know how to work the computer. And now it's easy for them to say, "Oh man, no man, you ain't doing it right." They could deny you. So of course they make it hard.
Okay.
Yeah, so I filed in 2009. I didn't file again till almost 2017.
Wow.
And that was somebody who came to me and said, "Hey man, I have this information for you, brother.
Mm.
I don't want nothing from you." He was my man in Arizona. He said, "Listen, you getting 10%. I'm gonna get you to 100. Here's this information." Boom. He gave me the information. I filed with these people, with these lawyers who help veterans get their disability. So if you're a veteran watching this, holla at me, man. Leave me a message, DM me. I'll get you to the information you need to get to and get you some disability for free.
Wow. That's amazing.
So he helped me. He helped me, and I helped multiple people.
It's amazing.
Yeah. So what if he didn't do that for me? You see what I'm saying? Why wouldn't you help somebody if you have the information? This brother did it like he just met me.
Right.
Ah, bro, I've been 100% for 10 years, he said.
Wow.
I'm still working. I'm getting 80,000 here at the job and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like,
Right.
you getting 4,000 a month for disability? But this is something that you earn. You fought for the country. You went to a war. You seen stuff that you can't unsee.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you go ahead? Why wouldn't you go ahead and file and get what you owe?
Mm, mm, mm. One
But
quick, let
they
me
want
read
you to
some.
quit. They want you to quit, and then so they don't have to pay you.
Okay, Lydia said, I'm always watching them because they way I work and the way she work in her crazy schedule. I love watching them explore the world,
I'll talk about me and my wife. Yeah,
and get to see things in places that I wouldn't have otherwise imagined visiting and enjoying through them.
right.
So she's living vicariously through you guys.
Yeah, my sister. Yep, sure.
Leah says you can talk with someone and share, and it lifts you up. Win-win.
Yep.
Prior facts, Joanne Wright, thumbs up. Lydia says that's right, pay it forward. Quincy Lyon says it's definitely hard for vets
That's my
to
brother.
get.
He was stationed with me in Germany. I met him in 1991, I think.
Wow.
That's my brother right there.
For vets to get proper assistance. I
Yep.
speak to vets that can't find the resources, or as Womack said, no one passes the info to others.
Yep.
Wow. Juwan says that's what's up, and Leah says every veteran deserves it.
Yep.
Wow. So I'm grateful you touched on that because that seems to be a very important topic. We got a lot of feedback from veterans getting their just due
Yeah.
and paying it forward, just like the comment said. I would love to switch gears
Hmm. Hmm.
because this is important to me. As a community, the collective that we are, and you're a personal trainer.
Yep.
I spoke to you briefly about this when I first spoke to you about coming on, about how important it is to live a life where we use our bodies in this reality that we live in. It gets us around. We can do what we need to do in these bodies, or I like to call it a temple because that's
Yep.
what it is.
Yep. Right.
Why? You just mentioned you saw how many people needed your help
Yep.
being a personal trainer.
Yep.
My father is in the wellness industry himself.
Yep.
He encounters a lot. I just shared a video. You guys look on my page. His name is Dr. Yaki Awaken. He kind of like came after Dr. Sadie, right? I
Okay.
posted a video about parasites in our body. So
Hmm.
this is important to me. Why is it important for us to give back to our temples, to take time out to do some type of physical, personal training, to watch what we eat? I watched a video of you and your wife cleaning Irish sea moss. You
Hmm.
spoke about the benefits of that.
Hmm.
I ordered capsules from the mango lady.
Okay.
So the
Cool.
capsules came in with the burdock root
Burdock root. Uh huh.
and bladderwrack is the
Uh huh.
capsule with the
Black. Uh huh. Yep. Yep.
Irish sea moss. So
Yep.
I just started taking those. This is my second day. But why is it important for us to give back to our temples in the realm of physical fitness, personal, some type of training, some type of exercise? It could be yoga, Pilates, walking. It don't have to be going to the gym. I think
No.
sometimes like, oh, I gotta get to the
No.
gym.
No.
Why is it important, and what can we do right now today to change that dynamic because we're sickly people, and we are dying. We're going up out of here like crazy. Heart attacks, people are suffering younger and younger with heart attacks, aneurysms. You're hearing about stuff from 20 years old, 30, 40 years old that didn't go through this back in the day. So
Right.
what's going on with that, Matt?
The thing is people do think you have to go to the gym, and as you get older, you can't do everything that you used to, right? So I always talk about walking first.
Mm.
Walking is a form for your heart. It's for your cardiovascular, but it's only 20% of it is the working out part. It's 80% of the eating.
That's the hard part.
80% of eating is what we put in our bodies. Is that's what's making us sick. It's what they
Mm.
put in the food here in America is what's making us sick because they're making money off of people
Killing
being
us.
sick, right? So honestly, I fasting is my key. I have a fasting guide for free on moveandmac.com. I
Mm.
have a fasting guide. Um, Fasting heals your body.
Yes.
So, and then you gotta like stop the alcohol. You can't consume alcohol every day. You got to do it sparingly if you're going to do it at all.
Right.
Um, Drugs, of course, you can't really do that. But if you're sick, you got to take drugs. So I always put it like this, and I've been saying this since I met y'all, 2010. You don't wait till your car break down to change the oil, do you? Why do you wait till your body break down to start working out and eating right?
Well, why is it so easy for us to take our bodies for granted? Because it's usually on the go. I mean, why do we negate the body? I mean, why is it so easy to do that?
Because food is good. Candies and cakes and shit taste good. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Sugar is worse than cocaine.
So it goes back to our.
How we were brought up and what we started eating. You got to mentally change first. You got to get there, like my cousin just said, you got to change your mind first. But that's where it first starts. You have to change your train of thought, your thought process about, I got to eat, instead of um, living to eat, you got to eat to live, right?
Yeah.
You got to change your thought process about eating. And instead of just eating because you think you're hungry, you got to eat to fuel your body,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So that's all. That's what it's really about. It's about that thinking. You got to change your thought process first to get to that point of changing your eating. So it's 80% diet, might even be 90% diet, 10% working out.
Yeah.
We all. I mean, being us, black people, we grew up with hog mogs and pig feet and all that garbage. But that's how our parents and that's how their parents grew up, right?
Yeah, and a lot of it I heard coming from slavery where they
Of
got the
course.
scraps. But it's like we have to change that cycle. We
Right.
don't keep doing the same thing and we see the results over and over each generation.
You
Someone
can
has
break.
to stop the cycle, break the cycle.
You definitely can break the cycle. Definitely break the cycle. And I mean, as you wake up every morning, you have another chance to change. You gotta want to live, and you gotta know that the food is killing us. You gotta
Mm,
know that. You gotta know that alcohol is killing us.
mm.
You just have to. I mean, come on. You seeing people dying? Like, man, I lost too many friends. I'll be 54 next month. I lost way too many friends. I
From
mean,
health
and,
issues.
and family too. Yeah. Yeah. Oh man, I don't know. I have so many family members that got diabetes. It's crazy.
I started looking at it as if you don't honor this temple, then it's as if we're telling God, without me really saying it, but it's like,
Say
I
what you
think we're
want.
responsible for that.
Well, I
You
mean,
know,
I tell you one thing. He all gave us. He gave us choice. So you could choose to eat that pie and cake and drink that bottle every day, or you could choose not to. You got to get there. You got to get there first. You got to get there. Like you've been alcohol free for a year.
yeah,
Look how you feel.
amazing. I used to wake up in the morning with loose bowels.
Of course,
I
drinking
felt
too much.
clogged in my
Foggy,
mind,
foggy.
foggy. In the morning, as soon as you wake up. So I'm starting my day off on the toilet. with loose bowels. I'm clogged up in my mind. My energy levels was in the toilet.
Right.
I had no desire to work out because what? You know
For
what I'm
what?
saying?
For what? Right.
I don't have the desire, the motivation, and I'm zapped of energy. And I would just continue to cycle. Get my 1.5 liter bottle of wine. Before that, it was 2 tall cans of beer every day. And my stomach showed it, which I'm glad I'm touching on this because I heard the immune system is in the stomach.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Why is it important for us to have? Now, people don't think that I'm beating us up or anything, but this is to me too. You guys know I'm on the road to 6-pack. Like that's my goal.
Let's go.
It's something I want to have a flat stomach. But why is that so important for us? That midsection, the stomach region, for it to be tight, solid. Why is that important?
Well, it's more important than the way it looks. See, there's this thing called visceral fat that people don't know about. It ain't the fat that make you look like you bloated on the outside. It's the fat that's inside around the organs. That's what's killing you.
Around the organs.
Yeah, it's called
Is
visceral.
that where fatty liver come from? Terms like
No,
this?
no, no. That's fatty liver. That's fatty liver. Visceral
Okay.
fat is the fat that's around the organs on the inside. So it's deep inside the stomach.
Okay.
It's a band. There's a band that wraps from your abs. It's your inner stomach that wraps to your abs to your spine. That's what's holding us up, right, and everything
The
like that.
transverse
Yeah,
abdominis?
exactly.
Okay.
But around your organs is the visceral fat.
Okay.
That's what you need to get rid of.
It's not good for our
And
organs.
how you get rid of that is fasting.
Oh. How would you advise someone to start fasting? I've never fasted before. I'm a firm believer in praying about things, see how spirit leads and guides you or directs you.
I get that.
But what would you, if somebody say, I keep hearing about fasting, what's the best way for me? I advise people as well, just miss a meal. Start off with missing a meal. How do you advise people to go into fasting? You can, in various ways. It's different ways to fast. So can you touch on that too?
First thing I would say is go to moveandmac.com and get that free fasting guide.
Okay.
But secondly, I would say start fasting, miss breakfast. Like you said, miss a meal. So and stop eating at 8 o'clock. Stop eating at 8. Go to bed earlier. That way you can drink your water or whatever.
Yeah.
And then don't eat again until lunch. That is
Mm.
16 hours, because if you're thinking you can sleep for 8, that's fasting right there. Your body's repairing itself when you're sleeping, right?
Right.
So if you miss that first meal, you're almost 16 hours in, right?
Right.
Your body is, and after 14 hours of fasting, you go into autophagy, which your body start repairing itself and eating away the fat.
Wow.
So that's how you get a flat stomach.
Okay.
Right. So I'm telling you, the fasting guide is serious. And it's free. Again,
Oh, it's free.
moveandmac.com. Yeah.
Moveandmac.com. Okay. I might have to challenge myself to start
Yeah.
intermittent fasting.
Start intermittent fasting. I'm telling you,
Yeah.
it would help you get your 6-pack so fast you wouldn't believe it.
I started fasting in my 20s. It was just like something God directed me to. Nobody told me. It was just like go without eating and pray and read
But
my Bible. This when
yeah.
I was in religion and stuff, and
But
throughout my life.
people fast for religion.
Yeah, that's
Right.
what mine was for back then.
Right.
But now I do it to cleanse and detox a lot and to
Absolutely.
heal and repair cells because of all the abuse I've done.
Absolutely.
So I do it for that purpose
Yeah.
more so
But I
now.
mean, hey, what they say, you say you prayed about how to get, healthier and things like that. But what they say, prayer without works is dead, right? So you
That's
gotta
right.
work.
That's right.
You gotta work. You can pray about it all day.
You gotta work.
Gotta
That's
work.
right.
It
Wow.
ain't just gonna happen. Like everybody be sexy if that was the case.
Yeah, you gotta work for that
Hey,
sexiness,
look,
man.
they really be praying then, like, man, let me get that good body and wake up sexy. Bam, it's on. That ain't gonna happen.
Right. Lead some of
Right?
us straight to trouble.
Hey, you got to do them push-aways. Push away from that dinner table.
Do them push away. That's funny. So, Matt, let's get into the positive
Yes,
thinking work
yes,
book.
yes,
Your formula for success.
yes.
Where did the idea come from? Because you still have copies of these, right?
I got, and I only got 20 left. I'm not reprinting them. I finished that book in 2015.
Mm-hmm.
I needed to change. I was a negative person. I needed to change. And in 20, I think it was 12, I ended up getting baptized up there in Cleveland
Mm-hmm.
at Daryl Lumpkin's church. My brother Lump, he used to
How
work with
much
me
you
at
like
Daryl Lumpkin. He used to work with me at the VA. Big tall,
Oh, okay.
6'9".
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I ended up getting baptized at his church. That was a big start, and my mother getting sick. She had aneurysm, um, and had a surgery, and she had aneurysm surgery, and we had like a mass prayer, um, like across the world, United. I mean, I was everybody on Facebook, and my prayer. Oh, well, what happened was she didn't come straight out of the anesthesia after when she had that surgery. So she didn't wake up for a while. So we all had a mass prayer for her to wake up. And my prayer to God was, if you wake my mother up, I'll change.
Hmm.
That was my prayer.
Mm-hmm.
So she woke up like within 20 minutes
Look
after
up
that.
like, woo.
Wow. I was like, okay,
Okay.
I guess you gonna hold me to this now.
Yes.
So my sister put in that my mom was out for 36 hours.
Okay.
So, but after that, that was my prayer. I got baptized, and I still was letting people get to me at that VA. You know what I'm saying? I was still ready to whoop ass at
It
that
was a
VA.
tough place.
Yeah, clowns and
I think a lot of people
disrespect.
have like mental stuff going on
A
too,
lot of disrespectful, a lot of
Yeah.
talk, a lot of bull crap, right? So I was still letting them get to me. And once I changed my environment, because do you remember I left and went to Arizona, right?
No, I don't.
Okay, so you probably 2014, I got a transfer from that VA in Cleveland to the VA in Arizona.
Okay.
So we left. And soon as I got to Arizona, I wasn't around all that negativity no more.
Okay.
And in 2015, the book came out. I finished it
Wow.
because I couldn't write a book about something that I wasn't living. So how can I tell you, like I said earlier, how can I tell you to change your thought process and I ain't really living that?
Mm-mm-mm.
So once I got out there and finally started living what I was preaching, the book came out. So change your thinking, change your life.
This book is small, but it's mighty.
Oh
It's,
yeah.
it's
It's just
literally a book that it would take time. It's a journal, you guys, as well. There's pages in here that's why it's called a workbook. So it's space in here where you can write your thoughts and everything. It's very engaging. I've read this twice already since I've had it. No, 3 times actually. It's small but mighty. I'm a quick read, but to go through the process, I wouldn't say rush through that. If you order this book, a matter of fact, he
this
has
this
20 left.
yep. I got
Go
20
to his
left.
website and get you this.
Movewithmac.com. You click on the positive thinking tab.
Yeah.
Movewithmac.com. Click on the positive thinking tab. I got 20 of them left. Um, they're in they're in the RV. I'm in Florida right now, taking care of my health. I got VA appointments, and that's another thing. Men, don't put off them colonoscopies. Get that taken care of, brothers. Get that taken care of. Telling you, take care of yourself, man.
Mm.
Instead of killing each other, kill that ego.
Ooh.
Change your thought process.
Instead of killing each other, kill that ego. I love
Yeah,
that.
you kill that ego, and then you ain't worried about the colonoscopies and trying to come up with an excuse not to find out. I mean, go in there and get done. Get that taken care of, because if they find the cancer early, you live.
Right.
It's as simple as that. You don't want to live. You don't want to find out about the cancer or whatever. Then when you get it, oh man, no. Get your colonoscopies, get taken care of, man. Get your prostate checked or whatever it needs to be done. Get that taken care of. It's all about that health, man. We got to be around. I got 4 grandkids. I need to be around for every one of them.
Congratulations. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
That's powerful coming from a black man because they
absolutely.
say our black men don't,
What?
look
That's what
after
I'm talking
themselves.
to. That's what I'm talking to. Look at my face.
Yeah. You definitely a black man. So yeah, you guys, this is an excellent place to start with learning how to transition your thoughts because it's a practice. It's literally like a moment to moment practice, not even day to day.
Every day.
Because thoughts can run on autopilot in our mind. That's how the brain is set up.
Mm-hmm.
So, can I read a quote from your book?
Yeah, absolutely.
One place you talk about, I don't know, this isn't the one originally where I wanted to go to.
Well, go to the one you want to go to.
Okay, but I want to talk about how you talk about the thoughts serving you. Like once you correct it or you catch it, the negative thinking, put it to work for you. That's actually something I realized, like the negative thoughts, like, no, I'm gonna transmute you, so to speak, and put you to work for me at this point.
Okay.
Why? That's a moment to moment thing, right? How does
Absolutely.
that work?
So check this out. So yesterday we driving down the street. People on their phones, people not paying attention, and then some dude fly in front of us and stop real fast. Now, instead of, because your first thought is like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, what are you doing? But then you don't think about, man, this dude could be coming from his kid's funeral. You don't know that.
True.
So you gotta really like, it gotta be like, ah, man, is it that serious? We didn't get in an accident. He didn't hurt me.
Right.
So you gotta think about stuff like that. Like, okay, this guy could be coming from his kid's funeral. Because
True.
I mean, I say keep on saying kid because that's the most important thing to most people who have kids. Like,
Right.
so I always think about like stuff like that. I try to anyway. I don't. If you're in a moment, you're in a moment. But at the most, if when you can change your thought process and say, "Oh man, he could be coming from something bad. He could have just got fired, lost his house, lost his wife, lost his family, everything." You don't know.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's how you got to make. You got to change it. That's how you make it work for you. Like, okay, well, I'm still here.
Yeah, that's true. That's how it works.
I'm telling you. You can't let what the outside. It's all about reaction too. What you react to, what people think of you shouldn't matter anyway. But especially at this age, like who cares?
Yeah.
But once you stop reacting to what people say or how things are outside of you going on, if honestly if it don't affect my family or if it don't affect my kids, my grandkids, or my money, again, even with that affecting my money, I can get more money.
True.
So I speak about it now, but when you're in a moment, it's different. Like, oh man, I just got fired from a job. What am I gonna do? Man, there's 700 million ways to make money right now, man.
Wow.
You just got to change your thought. Like, so the poor think about how they're gonna pay their bills. This is in that book too. The rich think about my next idea,
That's
right?
right.
Yeah. So okay, just lost a
Heard.
job. I just lost a job. Oh man. Again, and the beautiful thing about my lady, my wife, is she thinks like that all the time. Like, man, hold on, man, we We can go ahead and put these two Q-tips together and sell necklaces. I mean, I'm just saying, this is how
Right.
cheap things. So it's something that you got to think about. Like the rich think about the next idea. The poor think about how they gonna pay their bills.
So, this is, I'm quoting from your book, page 41. Often being a positive person means living from the position of who you want to be, even before you are there. It's having a clear image of your ideal self, living in an ideal marriage, being an ideal parent, having an ideal job, and enjoying ideal relationships. And then striving to live from that position until it is a reality.
I'm gonna tell you this right now.
Unpack that.
As you read that, I just got emotional
Wow.
because I told my wife this the other day, and I'm getting emotional. So I don't, this is who I am.
This is
I'm
safe,
emotional.
safe
I'm
space
a
for
I'm
you.
an emotional guy.
Yeah.
Um, I looked in the mirror the other day, and I said, "Wow, I am finally the man that I've always knew I was going to be.
It's amazing.
I am him."
I am him.
Yeah, yeah. I'm finally the man that I've always wanted to be, or I always knew I was going to be. So
Mm-hmm.
this is big. This this year has been. We lost a lot in my family, and I lost between February and July. I lost 6 people that's close to me.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear
I
that.
lost uncle and aunt. I lost four friends that was close to me, and I got to spend the 4th of July with my grandkids, and I had the best moment of my entire life, sitting on a porch on a swinging my grandkids.
Wow.
And my granddaughter was like, "Pap, you crying?" And I was like, "Yeah, baby." I said, "But these is happy tears."
Yes.
Watching the fireworks, swinging my 4 grandkids on a swing with me was the best moment of my entire life.
Mm.
I'm telling you, I've never felt nothing like that. Football, having them, having my kids, I've never felt nothing like that. My wife took a video of me doing it, so I'll never forget it.
Amazing.
It was something.
It's the little things, or it's not little, but I'm saying we would think a lot of times we be so money, big house, I got this in my driveway, but I say the little things because it's like it's not insignificant at all, but
Right.
it's not what we're always looking to see to say, hey, I'm where I want to be in life.
So us being in the RV, living very, very simple, very simple. We didn't have all the cars. I already did all that stuff already too. So I'm much older, and I rather leave. I rather give my grandkids money. I rather make sure they cool when I check out. But the experiences that they had the opportunity to get, because I take them out every year with me now. So we taking them. Oh yeah. So the memories and the experiences they're getting far outweigh the stuff that I bought them. They don't even play with the stuff I bought them. They don't even remember the stuff I bought them. The shoes I bought them, they run through them like it's crazy.
Yeah.
But the memories,
Wow.
the the experiences that they get is unmatchable. You can't measure it. So I rented the house in Gatlinburg. It was off the hook. I had a swimming pool in the house, had all this stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
We went down there to go to amusement parks and things like that, but they didn't really care about the amusement. I mean, they had fun at the amusement parks, but they wanted to get back in that house and that pool, and all they talk about is that.
Mm-hmm.
So now Pap got to top that.
That's why we gotta talk
So
that.
now next summer, we're gonna get them, and they're gonna come with us, and we're gonna take them to another big adventure because that's all they talk about. We talk to them on the phone live, FaceTime, and they're when's the next adventure? You know what I mean?
Oh,
They
yeah.
don't care nothing about no sneakers and no clothes. They don't care nothing about that.
That's a great message for parents. I wish I had that mindset when I had my children.
I didn't
Um,
either. I mean, I took my kids everywhere. I mean, I took them on a lot of trips,
right,
but it was more about because, and this is where I'm coming from. It was more about me not having, so I'm gonna make sure they have, right?
right,
And that's what we do as parents. We try to make sure that they don't want for nothing.
right.
But we all often forget about how hard we had to work or how hard our parents had to work to get what we got. So we got to make sure they work hard too. You don't want them to go without, but you got to make sure they got that discipline in them to work hard to get where they want to.
That's true.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
So Mac, we're in the middle of this year now.
There's only 4 months left. What you talking about? We in the
Oh
middle.
yeah,
We
we're at
almost
the
to
end.
the end. Man, this year went fast, didn't it?
Yeah, that would have been June. Appropriate to say around June. So
That's
we're
fine.
moving into the fall.
Yeah.
What what are you guys doing now? How do you see, do you have any plans to end the year out? Are you going to just hang around Florida for now? Do you have something else you want to embark upon before the year
We
is
got
out?
by the end of this month, we'll let everybody know we got planned. We got something big planned. Huge.
Oh, I'm gonna stay tuned on what's the
Big.
IG?
So everything's moved with Mac. IG,
Okay.
YouTube, Facebook. Our Facebook is our biggest thing. We post a lot on our Facebook. We got like 5,400 followers on there or whatever. Not followers, but friends or whatever.
Yeah.
Um, so we post a lot there. We post a lot of information there. We post a lot about. We got old workouts that we post there. Matter of fact, we have home workouts that I sent you on our YouTube. We have a playlist with 42 home workouts that people could do, and it's not
Yeah.
all about lifting weights. It's all walking,
Yeah.
um, resistant bands, everything.
Yeah, I'll check that
So,
out. It's
but we
nice.
have we have a big announcement coming at the end of this month.
I'm gonna be in the mix with that. Yeah.
Yeah,
This is exciting. I love excitement.
yeah,
So
yeah. So, and our 20-year anniversary is next month, and I'll be
oh,
54 next month.
it's a lot going on next month. Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
yeah. September's an awesome time for me,
Wonderful,
and it's
wonderful.
football season, so I'm happy.
Are you a fan of the Pittsburgh Steelers or the Cleveland Browns?
I am a fan of the Pittsburgh Steelers because that's where I'm from, right? But since I played football, I'm a fan of players,
Okay.
not as much as teams. I love the Browns because Shador's on there now,
Yeah.
and I tried out for the Browns in 1995 before they went to Baltimore. So my whole family would have been Browns fans if I would have made it. But my wife is a big Browns fan because she's from up there,
Okay.
Cleveland area. So
Okay.
I don't have nothing against the Browns until they play us. When they play us, I'm against the Browns. But when they playing everybody else, I hope they win. You know what I mean?
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So to end out this
Mhm.
conversation, what would you like for someone to be able to take away from this conversation we had? What do you have any last words to them or words of wisdom that you can drop on them real quick? What would you like to say?
I got a few things. So, preventive maintenance for your health. Preventive maintenance for your health. Um, do it naturally. Work out, walk, eat better. Drink moderately. Don't. I mean, if you're going to drink, at least don't drink during the week. How about that? Like, make it to the weekend, but don't go so hard on the weekend that you can't recover.
Right.
Um, fast. Fasting is the key. Go get that free guide on movewithmac.com. My wife just put it in the comments. Movewithmac.com. Get the fasting guide. Get the positive thinking workbook. Change your mind, change your life. Change your thinking, change your life. Positive thinking equals positive results. Believe me. And if you can help somebody, Please help them.
Yes. We need each other. We're
All
here
day,
for each other.
all day,
Community,
all day,
unity.
all day.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Mac. Before we go, let me run through these real quick. Hey guys, real quick, if you have a question for Mac, go ahead and drop it in. Always in you. It's just your time to recognize it. I'm trying to get to the beginning. I'm so proud of you. Going through something. Okay, let me go down here. So move with Mac. That's your wife?
Yeah, Womack. Yeah, she's posting that's Move Womack.
Okay. I love that man, who he was, who he is, and who he is striving to be. Beautiful. So proud of you. Prior. Quincy says that man was always in you. It is just your time to recognize it. Wow.
Appreciate you,
Prior.
brother.
So happy for you and Kirsten. Your wife says yes, Quincy. Okay, agreeing to that. Big things are ahead from your wife. Go Brown.
She
Lydia
crazy.
says facts. Move it back. This has been so awesome. Thank you, Kirsten. He says peace first. Says peace. Sometimes just a phone call.
That's my cousin. Yep. Love you too,
Okay.
Tia. Love all of y'all, man.
Thank you both. You're welcome, Leah. And love you, Tia says. So, thank you, Matt. You have really blessed me for sure with your energy. I appreciate you for coming on the Divine Frequency podcast. This has been a real delight. It was natural. This was the first time I let it flow and didn't read question after question off of my little book.
I
God
want
told me to just flow with it. So,
I want to tell you too. Just let it flow. Be yourself. Don't try to be like, okay, I gotta have this right now on point, on point. Just do what you do. Do what you do, man. There ain't nobody worried about all that. Do what you do. Because once you start touching people anyway, they're going to tune in no matter what. Because they need to be fed that type of stuff. Right?
this is like the second time I've gotten that message today.
Yeah.
So earlier today I
You
was
don't have to be a
watching.
perfectionist. Just get it done.
Yeah, that comes from childhood,
I
but
get it. Me too.
it's like I was watching a reading earlier, and the man was saying, "You think you gotta have all this extra stuff? Just be you."
Yeah.
And that's
Hey,
all is required is just be you. You
my
don't
thing,
need all the bells and whistles and all that stuff.
my thing, I tell people all the time, be you because everybody else is already taken. How you gonna be somebody else?
That's true.
Do what you do.
That's right. Thanks, Matt. Peace, blessings, love, all that high vibes to you and your wife. I'm looking forward to what's coming up next month. Happy
Ooh.
birthday, happy anniversary, but I'm sure I'll get to tell you that next month.
Yes, you will.
And hey guys, remember, let your light shine because you are divine. I'm out.
We out. Have a good one.
All right, bye.